Hello guys. Here to do a pick a card reading. You can hear I'm a little hoarse because I'm exhausted because I didn't sleep last night after our live session, but I had a blast. Thank you all again for all of your donations, likes, shares, and subscribes. Alright, so today the question is going to be, who were you in a past life? This pick a card reading is who were you in a past life? And choices are going to be the snakes. That's reading number 1. Reading number 2 is going to be strawberries. All the S's. And reading number 3 is going to be the snails. So we have the snakes, the strawberries, and the snails. All the S's. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. Should it resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe, comment. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I do have openings next week. All of my information can be found in the description box below. And once again, the question is going to be, who were you in a past life? Who were you in a past life? And we're going to set the cards down here. Take a deep breath together on 3. 1, 2, 3. And pick your card. Will you choose the snakes? Reading number 1. Will you choose the strawberries? Reading number 2. Or will you choose the snails? Reading number 3. So, the question is, who were you in a past life? Keep in mind, roles can be reversed. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If it doesn't fit, let it fly, guys. Don't force it. And we're going to move these out the way. Move Mr. Snake and Mrs. Snake on up. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So, universe, the people who chose reading number 1, the snakes, who were they in a past life? Who were they in a past life? Please be as clear as possible. People who chose reading number 1. Ooh, you got justice here. People who chose reading number 1. Who were they in a past life? Second card out, you have the Queen of Wands. And universe, one more card. The people who chose reading number 1, the snakes. Who were they in a past life? Please be as clear as possible, universe. Who were they in a past life? You have the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck here, you have the 7 of Pentacles. So you were someone who was very balanced. Justice card here. In your previous life or in a previous lifetime, you were someone who was very balanced. You were a healer. Queen of Wands here. You were someone who enjoyed being out in nature. You were someone of status. Like, you were known for your healing capabilities. You were an herbalist, an alchemist. People came to you to heal themselves, to fix their ailments. They came to you to seek knowledge. They came to you to understand earth, to understand their place in the world, to understand their fears. You were very comforting to people. You were very comforting, but you were also you were not of this world in a previous lifetime. You were extremely balanced. Extremely balanced. I feel as though in a previous lifetime, bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card. You went through a major transition. Your last lifetime set you up for this lifetime, which caused you to burn out a lot of karmic debt. You freed yourself. Like, you took yourself through this, your own healing transformation here. And it was a very slow moving process, Knight of Pentacles. A very slow moving process, but you were able, you got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as well. But you were able to free yourself from your own fears. You were able to free yourself from everything that held you back, and you released the weight of all the karmic debt that you have built up, and you victoriously fought for your own life and moved forward. You had a victory in your previous life. I feel as though it is because of this that in this lifetime you will step firmly and fully into wealth. I don't feel that you were extremely wealthy in a previous lifetime. I feel like you were a person of status, but you were a person of status in regards to healing. Like you were a shaman. People would come from miles away. People would come from all over to be in your presence. Your presence was very, I feel that it still is. Your presence was very healing. The way that you listened to people, the way you were compassionate, the way that you helped others. You were always giving too. You're a very giving spirit in a previous lifetime. But you were a healer. Absolutely a healer. But the way you became a healer was that you dealt with your own stuff. Everything that you were holding on to, you released it. And so in previous lifetimes, you devoted your life to humanity. You devoted your life to bettering the world by bettering yourself. And so the universe is paying you back in full by giving you earthly treasures, because it knows that you have worked your way through releasing, and with like you've worked your way through the withhold. And you're filled with self-love now. And you have the Queen of Wands here twice. You're absolutely a healer. You've pulled that energy into this lifetime as well, because you're still a healer. But now you may be a nurse, you may be a doctor, you may be a therapist. You absolutely pulled that into this lifetime. You do something that is extremely healing, but I still feel that you are like a holistic healer. You may have some type of traditional occupation, but you're a holistic healer overall. Yeah, definitely a holistic healer. And you're celebrated. People are very grateful for you. They're very grateful for your gifts that you offer the world. And there's treasure. If you haven't received your treasure from the universe yet, it's coming. It's coming. But you definitely ended a cycle of despair. You went through something in lifetimes before that caused you to be trapped in a lot of fear, and you were willing to risk it all for that. And so you no longer carry the burdens of previous lifetimes. You're very innocent, very childlike, because you were able to free yourself from this fear that you were entrapped in for a lot of lifetimes, actually. But you're very balanced now. You are stepping into your wealth now. You are a healer. I don't know how else to say that. Like, I'm just saying the same thing over and over. You're a healer. So, yeah, if you chose reading number 1, in a previous lifetime, you're a healer, and you still are. All right, let's move on to strawberries. Strawberries. Why am I singing the song Raspberry Beret? That has nothing to do with strawberries at all. You know, the kind you find in the secondhand store. Okay, let me stop. Hey, all right. So, universe, the people who chose reading number 2, strawberries. Who were they in a previous life? You were a fool. You were a fool in a previous life. Let's put this down so you can see all of it. People who chose reading number 2, universe. Who were they in a previous life? Okay, 2 cards fell out. I'm keeping them both. You have the Hierophant here. Who were they in a previous life? And you have the 9 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Wands. So in a previous lifetime, I feel as though you were a fool. You were, you got caught up in a lot of dogma and rhetoric. You got caught up in some religious affairs. You got caught up in traditionalism. You were a fool because you were too rigid. You refused to bend like the bamboo. And so you were knocked around a lot. You were a glutton. You were very greedy. You were a hoarder. You just were a fool. You were the complete opposite of what you are now. And the reason why is because of your previous life. You are who you are now because you're learning lessons on detachment, or non-attachment. You're learning lessons on liberation. You're learning lessons to stop and smell the roses. You're learning to become the bamboo, to bend like the bamboo. You're learning to become the water. Look at how he's pouring the water into these cups. You're learning to become the water. You are learning to take a risk. You are learning to remember your inner childlike wisdom. Yeah, you're learning to release and enjoy, to not hoard, but just to release. You're remembering your innocence. You're remembering, yeah, you're letting go of the rigidness. You're letting go of all of this rigidness, so that you can let love in. Self-love, love for others. That's your awareness. That's the awareness that you've been reborn into, is to not be so rigid. So you may do some things that people deem to be stupid, crazy, but this is what this is about for you in this lifetime. Your riches come when you take a risk. You have a lot of windfalls, a lot of financial gains, a lot of gains, period. People look at your life now in amazement because you are, it's not that you're so much unafraid. You just don't think you're the fool. You don't think about the repercussions. You've never put a lot of thought in. You're just willing to take a look at the bottom of the deck. I just looked down the bottom of the deck. You're willing to take that leap of faith. You're willing to stop and smell the roses. You're not concerned with traditionalism like you were in the past. You're not concerned with the dogma or rhetoric. You don't believe in organized religion. You don't believe in structured, the way society structures things, and you don't believe in traditionalism. You don't believe, like you are very unorthodox. You've moved away from all of those things that kept you trapped in fear, and you're no longer afraid to be who you are. You've healed yourself, or you're still going through the process of healing yourself from some past karmic debris because you were so rigid. And so you're able to give back to yourself some of that freedom. You're being liberated. Yeah, you made a choice to be liberated, to see the world from new eyes, to breathe new breath into your lungs, to end all that no longer served you. It actually betrayed you. Yeah, look what fell out again. To take a leap of faith. To take a leap of faith away from your fears. You're not confined to your fears. You are released from them. Released from your inhibitions. Released from toxicity. Released from, like, you may be a Hinduist. You may be, you're very sexually liberated as well. All of your foundations have been broken down so that you can get back to your innocence and your childlike wisdom. There's wisdom in children. There's wisdom in our innocence. There's wisdom in our inner child. And that's what's being broken down in you. You're very free. You're a free spirit. You're the epitome of a free spirit. And there's so much beauty in that. And people look at you and they spend their whole lives trying to reclaim what you have moved away from. You've moved away from this rigidness here into a more liberated stance. And now your love for life is intoxicating. Your love for life now is intoxicating. This full mentality in you is just, it's beautiful. You're not confused. People become confused around you because they don't know how to let go. But you're not confused at all. You are, your power is your liberation, your free spiritness, your wild heart. It's really beautiful though. So yeah, if you picked the strawberries, you're a free spirit, or you were a free spirit in a previous life. Or you're a free spirit now because you were so rigid in a previous life. Okay, let me move on. I'm tired. All right, universe, the people who chose the snails, reading number 3, who were they in a past life? Who were they in a past life? The Snails. Who were they in a past life? Knight of Pentacles came back out. It was in the first reading too. Who were the people who chose the Snails? Who were they in a past life? You got the Eight of Cups here. And one more card, universe. The people who chose reading number 3, the Snails. Who were they in a past life? You have the Five of Pentacles. And bottom of the deck, you have the Moon card. So in a past life, you were very secretive. You were poor. Money was very slow moving for you, and it's like you lost money through love. Like you abandoned something. You walked away from your riches for love. Yeah. You ended some kind of lucrative career in a past life to take a leap of faith and to walk towards love. And I feel like love didn't work out for you. It betrayed you. Love betrayed you, and you tried to go back to your money. Maybe you came from a rich family, a wealthy family. You tried to go back. You tried to reclaim your riches, but you never could. You never were the same. And so now I feel like you may have issues in love. Yeah. You may be very slow moving in love because you feel as though your lover will betray you. And this stems from a past life. You reject many offers of love because you walked away from your riches for this love, and your lover in a previous life betrayed you. Yeah, so it causes you now to hold back. It causes you now to have difficulty communicating how you feel. It causes you to take breaks. It causes you to just be detached. It causes you to move away, like you're emotionally unavailable on a lot of levels. Yeah, look, I just split the deck. You're emotionally unavailable on a lot of levels because you gave up. You gave up a lot for love before, and your lover betrayed you. I feel like you're working on that now because you know that it's not a good stance to have. But yeah, look, this is who you were in a previous life. You were the King of Pentacles, and you walked away from it. You walked away from your kingdom. You walked away from your throne. You gave it all up for love. You gave it all up for love. And when you got to your lover, she cut you off, or he cut you off. They cut you off. They were like, nope, I don't want you. And then you became like a drunk. You abused substances. And so you have a difficult time. You have a difficult time communicating how you feel. Because in your past life, you didn't have any issues with that. And you risked everything. You walked away from your kingdom for love. And so now it's time for you to heal. You'll come in contact with a very healing spirit who's here to help you heal from all of that, who will be very patient with you because intrinsically they understand. They understand that you're emotionally available. You want this. This is actually in a previous life what you were walking towards, from the Eight of Cups to the Ten of Cups. But it scares the shit out of you. It really scares the shit out of you. Like love scares you. And so you're trying to move towards a more healing stance. But it's like you don't want to be the fool again. You don't want to be the fool again. You don't want to be betrayed anymore. You don't want to be that anymore. That's what you secretly harbor within you. It's like something that gnaws at you. Yeah, so you juggle a lot. You juggle a lot between that. Because you walked away, you were willing to risk it all for money. I mean, for love. You were willing to risk your fortune for love. And you don't want to be a fool again. You want to build something with somebody in this lifetime, but you're very afraid of that. You just are very afraid of that. And so you move very slowly in love. You may be emotionally unavailable now, but that's the reason why. Somebody betrayed you in a previous life. You were willing to give your heart to them, and they were like, nope. By the time you got there, like you left your kingdom, and when you got there, they were already with somebody else. They didn't care about you at all. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Thanks a lot. And if you want to book a personal reading, all of my information is below. Bye, guys.